Hi everyone. Have you ever wondered how drug trafficking affects the daily life of people in Mexico and the United States? Well, we're going to explore this topic together. By the way, I'm Alex.
And I'm Majo. We are classmates and we've been studying international business at ENES Oaxaca.
And I am Sophie, and we will show you how drug trafficking influences in politics, economy, society, and culture in both countries.
In the 1940s, as heroin consumption in the United States grew, Mexico became a key supplier. Local farmers, criminal groups, and politicians began forming powerful alliances. Military and police authorities were often more influential than politicians themselves. Drug traffickers were not just tolerated, they were protected, and sometimes controlled by the state.
Today I want to explore a critical, often underestimated aspect of drug trafficking, its economic dimension. We're not only talking about illegal substances, but about a multi-million-dollar financial ecosystem that shapes both Mexico and the United States.
In 2025, the Mexico-United States relationship is deeply affected by drug trafficking. In Mexico, cartel-related violence not only generates alarming figures, but also affects the safety of millions, according to ENSU from INEGI 2025. In June 2025, 63.2% of the population aged 18 and over residing in 91 urban areas reported that it was unsafe to live in their city. This represents a statistically significant change compared to March 61.9% of 2021 to 69.3% of 2024.
With the signing of NAFTA in the 90s, cross-border drug traffic exploded, making it easier to smuggle drugs. At the same time, U.S. drug policies weakened colonial cultures, forcing traffickers to use Mexico as the main route.
According to Global Financial Integrity 2020, illicit drug money flowing between the U.S., Mexico, and Colombia reaches $80-90 billion every year. The U.S. State Department 2015 estimated that $19-29 billion returned to Mexico annually from drug sales. This money is laundered mainly through bulk cash smuggling and trade-based money laundering, processes often enabled by corruption and professionals who neglect their duties. The impact is visible in places like Culiacán, Mexico, where drug profits fuel luxury goods, real estate, and businesses. A former governor even claimed that 62% of Sinaloa's economy depends on drug money, but the cost is devastating. The Institute for Economic Safety 2024 reported that violence cost Mexico $245 billion or 18% of GDP through lost jobs, reduced consumption, and displaced businesses.
Health catastrophe in the United States, with nearly 200 overdose deaths per day, according to El País 2025. Although Mexico has managed to reduce trafficking to the United States by 40%, that figure still reflects a serious cross-border impact. Reuters 2025. Drug trafficking establishes terror as a routine part of everyday life and crosses borders through addiction and death. It is not just a matter of security, it's a social crisis that demands attention and humanity.
But corruption spreads everywhere. Not just the free, but all political parties became entangled. The line between legal and illegal blurred, drug money flowed into the business, politics, and everyday life. Events like the Iguala massacre in 2014, when police handed 43 students over to the cartel to help them, reveal how deeply connected politics and organized crime truly were. Even Donald Trump once said, "The cartels have a lot of control over Mexico," claiming officials were too afraid to even do their jobs.
Oswaldo Zavala, 2022, warns that so-called narco-culture is more than entertainment. It is a political narrative that constructs myths around cartels and normalizes violence as a part of national identity. Series like Narcos, Mexico, or recent documentaries have reinforced this vision in global popular culture. In short, drug trafficking affects Mexico and U.S. relations not only with weapons and drugs, but also through culture, exporting an aesthetic and a narrative that normalize violence on both sides of the border.